Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Strange Origins podcast. It's episode 48.
Hey, close to 50, baby. Close
Two
to
away,
50.
two away.
Fuck. 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah. God,
Yeah. But how's your seven?
it's long. It's good.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
I mean, well, just tired. Like just tired in
just
general.
work. Just work. Right?
But I have 10 days off. Whoop, whoop.
That's good.
So I've got a good holiday planned.
Finally.
I found out that apparently I can, from my workplace, I can get into the London Zoo for free, which is pretty cool. So I'm probably gonna do that. You know, London Zoo.
Are they like?
No, they're not like
like
connected.
sister?
Like that. I think it's just like they like animals. We like animals. They're like shit. I think that's
So
it,
you
really.
get animal. I get animal.
Yeah, because there's a
We-
bunch of other places that I can go for free. It's like a hawk society, like with the
Oh
birds,
Jesus.
stuff like
Yeah,
that. There's a
yeah,
couple of
yeah.
other ones. Like I don't know about aquarium. It would be nice, but I don't know.
It'd be sick to go to like an aquarium or something.
Yeah, but I mean,
Pretty good.
be cool. Like I'm gonna probably gotta go there on my days off and shit. Stare at some
Yeah.
animals.
Have you got anything like planned out for like, the whole 10 days?
Not planned
Or-
out. Like that shit. Just that. Like I think like if I started adding stuff to days, I would then go, oh, wow, the holiday's over already. So I'm just like gonna
yeah.
leave it for now, like, and just leave it
Yeah,
open
yeah.
space.
So you just
But,
go, yeah, it's gonna pretty much like along with it.
Yeah,
Day
yeah.
by day.
I do
Yeah.
kind of want to go to
Okay.
Kew Gardens as well. Haven't been to Kew Gardens in a while, hot while.
The fuck is Kew Gardens?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Is,
Like
is that like the
the big
garden?
yeah, the big plant
Big
place. Like it's got a big, massive
Oh,
greenhouse and shit.
I
like that.
knew. I don't even know. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah,
So that's how. What the fuck is a Kew Garden?
you've never
Yeah, I
been.
want to take my mom there one day because she's. No, I've never been,
Oh,
but
damn.
I want to take my mom there because she's into plants and other plants.
Plants and other plants. Yeah,
So-
apparently they got this like massive like treetop walk thing, where like it's like a big canopy walk, and you could just walk. It's like a sky bridge basically. You can walk along there and see all the
So-
plants and shit.
Oh, okay. So I'm assuming it's like a building. It's like a greenhouse building, right?
There's a couple of them. There's it's quite a big area. There's one area that's like, this is years ago by the way that I went. I went like when I was in like 16 or something like that. So
Jeez.
it's probably changed since then. But it had like a
Jesus.
massive greenhouse area where it was really hot in there. That's where all the tropical
Ooh.
plants were. And then they have like like
Yeah.
an outdoor area where you can just sort of like walk along the top, and then they have like a lake area and stuff like that. It's quite massive, like, to be fair. It's quite a big place.
Jeez.
But
Is that in London?
yeah, I think it's like near Chiswick.
Fuck are these places? Jeez. Oh my god.
I mean, I
Yeah.
honestly, I just got told that today that it's near Chiswick. I actually don't really know. Like, if you had to point me in a direction, I wouldn't know which way Chiswick is. Like, to be fair, so
Yeah,
But I do
think
wanna
that's
go.
like, yeah, I think that's like one thing the fiance recommended me to take my mom because she's into plants. So she was like,
yeah.
yeah, take her there. It's interesting. But then I have a feeling that we might come home with like a fucking.
Well, I don't think you
a
could
garden.
buy plants there. Well, you
We
maybe.
might end up in Tesco and fucking be like, oh, but that's a nice thing. It reminds me of this, and then this, and then fucking.
Yeah, it'd be a
whole
nice day out
luxury.
actually. If
Oh,
you
no, you
went,
won't, Jack.
you come back with like a
Yeah.
whole forest. It'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly. That's the issue.
I need to get my plants actually. I've left them back in my old house, so they're just dying probably.
I'm sad because like fiance had she was like looking after like these plants,
Yeah,
and then we moved over here,
yeah.
and then they just died.
They need
'Cause they-
constant
they-
care.
Yeah, because we don't have space indoor
Mhm.
because majority of the shelves are taken over by the cat.
Right.
So it's like we can't really put it anywhere. So we left it outside, and then after like a week, and she's had it for like almost like 3 4 years.
Yeah, yeah.
And they came over here a week later,
Dead.
just dead because they're supposed to be indoors, right?
Yeah.
So it's like so
Dude,
sad.
I have this like plant that I got from IKEA when I was like 18 years old, and it's still alive to this day. So it's nearly 10 years old. This plant, right?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah, and
I mean,
that one I've had The other one I've had like 4 years, and like, they've both been perfectly fine. They're quite resilient though. Like they're pretty tough to kill. Like I didn't water one for like 3 weeks and it was still alive. So
because
it's fine.
That's what indoors are bred
Yeah,
for,
yeah.
right?
But
Okay.
I got this other one, and you know basil, the herb,
Yeah.
right? I
See,
got a
see,
basil
see.
plant, And I was like,
Dead.
oh, do you know what? No, this will be fine to look after because I assume it's a wild herb, so it grows and it's fine, right? Fucking thing's needy. Needs to be watered every day, right? It needs to be trimmed. If they start flowering, you need to cut that shit out and get rid of it because then it's gonna flower and then it won't produce any more basil leaves. Like you basically got to keep it in like a what do they call it? Like the child adolescent stage for the most of its life. So you keep like tricking it into thinking that it's not going to turn into a flower.
So it's just gonna be. So we're eating baby basil.
Well, we'll be eating the leaves of the flower, basically.
Baby basil this whole fucking time.
But it needs to be watered every day, and sometimes even twice a day. By the way, if you water it too much, it then dies. If you don't water it enough, it dies. If you don't give it too much sunlight, it dies. And I'm like, fuck this shit.
This is why I don't want to get involved with plants, right? Because I got in trouble. Because what is it? So like a few weeks or a few months ago, right? My mom was like, she was at work. I was like, she's like neglected this plant, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna water it every day.
No.
She comes back after like a couple of like 4 or 5 days of me doing it. She was like, why the fuck is it every time I empty this pot, there's always water in here? And I was like, oh, that's me. I'm just watering it. And I was like, why the fuck are you doing this? It's an indoor plant. It's supposed to
You're drowning it.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be doing it like once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I just been getting water on it for like every day for 4 days. And she was like, you fucking killed it. Dead. I was like, fuck's sake.
Oh my
That's why I
god.
don't know what to do with these fucking plants.
It's just knowledge though. It's like some people like just know what to do with plants. Like they've researched it a lot of their time. Like there's one my mum's got. It's like a peace lily. It's called. And that one like it needs like partial sunlight. Yeah. But it's very specific. It needs like sunlight, not direct, and can't be completely in shade. It can't be through like nets. It needs to be through glass. Like it needs light through glass, so it's filtered a little bit, so it's not too harsh. But it can't be fucking direct. I'm like, what the fuck is this fucking plant? Fuck off. you need more things to stay alive than I do. Like this is stupid.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I think my mom has the same like type of plant.
Yeah.
It's called the money plant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she bought it out because you don't have that. The way she does it, like, so on the winter she takes it indoors. Out like summer takes it outdoors, right?
Yeah.
One time it was like like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was like sunny rain, right? So that happened to this plant, and it burnt the fucking leaves because it burnt it for some. I don't know why, right? So she was like, yeah. So basically, when it rained, it doesn't stay there.
Okay.
Like the water's not supposed to stay there.
Yeah.
Because if it stays there, if a harsh sun hits it,
it fries. Like
so it basically fried the leaves.
How big is this plant? Is it massive?
Dude, she has like I'm pretty sure like 8 big chunky big boys.
Because my plant that I said I had for 8 years is a money tree, but it's just not a big one. It's a small one, so it can like live quite long.
Yeah, so my mom like she's been like fucking cutting it, replanting it.
Like if I moved it to a bigger pot, it would get massive. It's like a goldfish, but I'm like, nah, I'm right. Like,
I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, I don't need a big plant.
Like I don't need that in my life. It's too much.
Like
it's way too much.
Imagine looking after a child. Jesus Christ.
See, that's enough. Alright? I'd rather look after a fucking cat or a plant
you
than
think?
a child.
Yeah, exactly. The child would be way harder.
Child's like you owe that child some sort of responsibility. And I'm like, I want to play some games.
Dude, I get home from work, right, and I'm tired, and I'm like, I don't even feed myself, like, let alone like other child thing. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I need to when I get older, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. You'll probably be ready for it. You probably just have like natural instincts or something.
I think people do, but like, I think it's not even natural instincts. I think it's more like, oh, if you don't feed this thing, it's either going to keep crying or it's going to die.
Yeah.
So you got no choice.
And like one of those things, if it happens, prison. It's guaranteed prison.
Exactly. So it's like, it's kind of like you've got no choice, really. Imagine like the people that had children at 16, though. That still boggles my mind. When I was 16, I was a fucking idiot.
Exactly.
Like,
Same here.
My God. I couldn't even imagine raising a kid when I was 16.
Dude, like the funny thing is, right? Like I think my older brother, he had a kid when he was like around the 16, 18.
Jesus.
And, yeah, so like I was pretty much like I think from a young age, like maybe 15,
Yeah.
14, I was looking after this kid. So I was like in a way blessed
Fuck.
and cursed at the same time at a young age
Yeah.
because now I know what to do and know how to do and all this other shit. But at the same time, I was like back then, I was like, I didn't need this shit when I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
younger. Like, what the fuck? There's no looking after this kid. She's screaming, shouting, shut up!
You know, I that same like you saying shut up, like that's exactly what you'd say to your kid. I know it. You just like your kid would be like, shut up, like just shouting at it, just like stop.
Shut up!
If you wanted like a child, would you want like a girl or a boy?
I kind of want both. If I could have like two
You
or
want to?
three, one boy or one girl, or
Damn, you want to
one
go
boy,
all
two
in?
girls, or because like I don't know, it's just like I do want like I don't want a big family like the way my parents have.
That's a
It's just too
giant
much headache.
family. Like
Yeah,
I think
and
five
it's
children is probably not five children, but five people in the family. It's
no,
quite a big
there's like
family.
five of us and two of them.
No, I
Two
mean no, I mean
parents.
like what you want is five people, right? Because you want three
Yeah,
children and then you and your wife or whatever. So like
or like
yeah,
two's enough for me.
I think like it's kind of a cool concept to have just one child. Like that's like your heir. Like you need to
True,
mold that one child.
but it's always like I don't know. For me, it's like I don't know why, but I just have this feeling that at least the first two is for me. Is in my opinion, so I think either the first or the second child is going to be successful or just completely failure, right? And then you have the third child,
Yeah.
possibility third child, that's like it's good and it's somehow stable. So I have two of the three is doing good, but
Wait,
there's always one.
were you the third child?
Yes, I'm a
Is
third
that, is
child.
that why you've got this theory?
Like no, but the thing is, like, I'm not going anywhere in my life. I'm the third child. I'm the middle child. But it's just like
Wait, you got two
for,
younger or one younger?
yeah,
Two
I'm two
younger.
younger. So
Jesus.
I'm literally the middle child
Damn.
of this satanic spawn of a family.
I'm the youngest, so
Ah, baby boy.
everyone hates the youngest for some reason. Like every time I tell someone they're the youngest,
Yeah.
oh wow, you got everything given to you. No, I didn't.
No, it's true. It's fucking true.
No,
Yeah. You know what?
everything I got was everyone else's old shit. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's fine. But the other funny thing is, right? That's light work, right? Compared to my younger brother, where he literally goes to work, fucks off, and goes to parties and shit, right?
Yeah.
Motherfucker is not pressured to pay any rent or wash dishes.
But
or
I
cook
was.
food. I mean, I don't know what kind of household you fucking.
A fucking a normal one, I guess. I don't know. Like, but I think it was more like I didn't get pressured to do it. I just felt guilty by
Yeah.
not doing it.
Ah, okay.
So it's
fair
just sort of
enough.
like when when I was like 18, I made the choice not to go to uni, right? And I could have just sat around and done nothing for 2 years if I wanted to. But I
See.
saw like everyone else doing shit. I saw everyone else like I was literally just sitting at home like playing games. I'm like, this is fucking shit. Like I'm not doing
Yeah, it's
anything.
boring.
It's
Yeah.
not even boring. I was having fun. I was having a whale of a time, dude. I was playing games. But I was like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not earning any money. I'm not doing anything. So I went out and got a
Yeah.
job. Like it, just sitting there. Like I didn't have the pressure from my mum saying like, you need to get a job. Da, da, da. I literally was like, I feel like shit if I don't go and get a job.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's kind of like the opposite. I was just pressured because I was like, "Oh, you're fresh out of grad." Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I was actually pressured to go into fucking uni
Yeah. I can
because
imagine. Actually.
because, and I was like, "Yeah, when you go to uni." But the funny thing is, it's like, "Oh, you go to uni, but what are you studying?" Animation. She was like, "What the fuck is that?" Well, what's this? Is this gonna give income? Is it guaranteed a job?
Yeah. That's
And
the
then, like-
Filipino household.
And like, yeah, like legit, right? Every time I'd come home and was, "Oh, how's it going? This and this, that." It's like, so what do you do? It's like, oh, we just basically like learn how to animate, to draw. It's like, oh, is it gonna give you like a guaranteed job?
Oh
at the
no.
end? Because that's the one thing she kept like insisting is like,
You need
can
that
do
job
it.
at the end, yeah.
but if it's like if you're not guaranteed that job, what the fuck is the point of you doing it, right?
Right, yeah. I mean,
Which is like a very, very old
it's-
mentality.
it is the biggest lie ever sold to us, though, from secondary
It's
school. That's
facts.
like, oh, if you get a uni job, like uni degree, you'll get a job. It's complete and utter bollocks. Like where I'm working now, right? I've been there like 6, 7 years. I think 7 years now.
See.
The guy that's just joined us has a degree, right? And he's lower than me, and like he this is his first job. He's I wouldn't say he's not like inept or anything like that. He's just really slow because he's never done like this kind of work or any work actually at all. He's only done mental work, right? So that's where he's joining the market at like a severe disadvantage because he's like 22 and he hasn't done any of this type of work before. Whereas I was doing this 4 years like younger than him, so I already knew how to do all this stuff. I got the confidence talking to people, doing that, proactive and stuff like that. Like, and I think that's what they can't teach you at uni. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue is like they say just lie and then you pretty much have to fucking do unnecessary amount of work to fucking get a grade, and then you're never gonna guarantee the job at the end.
Because like I'm not even saying this because I'm biased. I know it might sound like it, but if I had to hire two people and one of them had been working since the age of 18 and the other one had just gone to uni and come out, I'd hire the one who's been working since 18.
Oh yeah, guaranteed.
Because they have more life experience in terms of work, whereas the other one is maybe, I don't know what you want to call it, smarter, like more logical, or like knows how to get resources, but they don't have that. Like the biggest complaint this guy had to me was, holy shit, my feet hurt. I'm like, yeah, that your feet do hurt when you start work.
Welcome.
Yeah, that is what happened exactly. Like, and I was exactly the same not when I was his age because I started earlier, but when I was like 18, the first thing I said to my brother was like, I don't think I can do this. My feet, they kill. I'm dying.
and then after like a week or two,
yeah, exactly. But it still hurt. Like I didn't fully like I think get used to it until 2 or 3 months.
See.
And and he won't like. Not for a while.
I mean, yeah. I guess if he wants to keep the job, he has to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing well now. Like
what do you know what he studied for?
Oh, it was like it's like kind of like creative design sort of thing. I think it's what I've heard from somebody else. It's like a project thing.
Good luck.
Yeah, I mean, funny. Like the other funny thing is I got another coworker. She studied the same thing as him, and she's like 30 something years old, and she never used a degree like for anything like that. So she's just like and now she's working at my job.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing I fully regret is legitimately going to uni, being pressured to go into uni and thinking like it's like one of the best accomplishments. It's not really because like I guess depending on the field, right?
It's a good accomplishment. I do think it is a good accomplishment.
Yeah, but it's like it's unnecessary bullshit, right? Like the things I have to go through, like the written shit. Like, why the fuck do I need to write a dissertation?
I that is the biggest lie as well.
It's absolute bollocks, right?
Like Yishak used to do it. Like he used to do dance, and then like they had to write an essay, and I was like, what? That. Like it's a fucking dance. What? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't know like how the educational system works in this country, but it's like
it doesn't.
So with Yishak and my thingy, right? We're all practical.
Yeah.
It's not written or exam or shit like that.
You would never do that, and if you got a job in your field, you would never ever have to write a fucking essay out about your work.
Can you imagine you getting hired? Like, by the way, on your next assignment, dissertation.
Yeah. Right? I needed an essay of why your artwork is good. It's like fuck off. Like it mind boggles me because like you pay that much money. I'm pretty sure they just give you that assignment just so you're doing something. You know what I mean? It's just like also you're not bone idle and not doing anything. It's like it's just a fucking dumb like idea about it.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing. If I do ever have kids, I think that's the one thing I won't pressure them going to uni.
Because like I don't think I would have minded going uni. It's just like you're expected to like. I mean, we've said this before on the podcast, but you're expected to pick what you want to do for the rest of your life. At the age of 18, which is insane. Like I didn't have no clue. It changed every fucking month.
Yeah.
So, like, and then like if I did go into the field which I was going to, which was psychology, I legitimately would have, in my opinion, I would have wasted like 30 grand.
Probably, yeah.
Because I wouldn't be using it now, and I don't think I'd want to, because every fucking uni student age, when they start to get around they start to understand it later on. But around if you ever meet a uni student, by the way, who's studying psychology, dickhead. Like every single time, they're just a dickhead. They think they know everything about you. They think they can read you. They're like, oh, you're doing this because of this. It's like, shut the fuck up. You don't know everybody, and that's the biggest thing you need to learn as a psychologist. It's just because somebody has like a textbook thing doesn't mean that you know them.
Who the fuck is Sherlock Holmes? Just
Yeah,
immediately
honestly,
you stares at you, like I've just dissected your whole life.
Yeah,
in like
they're
10
like
seconds.
that. Because the reason I know that is because when I was studying psychology, I was like that. I was a dickhead. So like you absolutely think that you know people. Yeah. And then you realize, oh wait, there are so many people different and they're vastly different. They make so many different choices. Like you can't predict some people. It's impossible.
Exactly. Like
especially when you're sorting out your own shit in your own life.
Yeah, like putting that and then like fucking trying to figure out someone else's life at the same time. It's like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like you should look inward. It's definitely something I've tried to do a lot more, like recently, I guess, or at least keep myself in check. Is how much I come across as like an arsehole, right? So like,
see, I've known you for a hot while, so I don't know. It's just I know you.
But yeah, like, you know, I don't mean certain things that I say, right?
Yeah, true, but I didn't get this in like the first 2-3 months of meeting you.
Oh yeah, no, you probably thought I was a dickhead.
I thought you was like this posh twat.
Posh.
who spoke with his big words, and I was just like, oh my God.
No,
why the fuck?
I'll give you an example, right? and I didn't even mean this in any bad way. But the way I was sitting at work today, and I thought about it, and I was like, oh my God, I came across as a fucking idiot, like an arsehole, and I need to apologize to Ishak.
Yeah.
To actual Yeshua, because like I don't know if he like this is the thing, I don't know if he thought I meant it in that way, but looking back on it, if he did, I'm an arsehole. So basically we were having this discussion about I said this to you before. It's about if somebody was going to change the music in the car, if their friend requested that you change the song and you said no in the car, would that make you the arsehole, right? Or is she the arsehole, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Now, the original point was that your girlfriend's friend, who's asked to change the music in the car, said the music was misogynistic, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to give this example to Yishak. And then what I said to him was, I was like, oh, like, she was, because Shad said, oh, misogynistic. And I was like, no. None of his friends would use the word misogynistic.
Yeah.
That was just an offhand comment that I meant, right? I meant was that all of his friends wouldn't think that Kanye West is misogynistic. What it came across as is none of his friends would even use that word. And I didn't mean it like that. I honestly, I didn't mean it as in, oh, they're not intelligent or anything. I did not mean that at all.
Yeah,
but I look back on it now and I'm like, wow, you're a dickhead. You were trying, like it sounded like I was like, none of your friends are intelligent enough to use that word. Let me dumb it down for you. But I didn't mean it like that. What I meant was, no one would call Kanye West misogynistic out of his friendship group. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm waiting for him to come home tonight, and I'm gonna be like, look, dude, the conversation we had like 3 days ago, I didn't mean it like that.
It's anxiety kicking in right now, boy.
Yeah, but like, now I'm like, oh, like, is he pissed off with me? Like, is that why he's been a bit of a off with me? Like, I'm like, oh shit.
God damn.
I don't think it is, but I'm just getting inside my own head. But like, it's stuff like that. Like, I don't. Like to bring it back round is what you need to do when you look at yourself, right? You need to make sure you're not coming across like that to other people, like first impressions and stuff like that. It's such a big deal, right?
Well, yeah. Well, the funny thing is, like I would say I'm the opposite,
right?
Because like apparently, I'm mad flirty to people, right?
And
the only reason why. Jackie, no, the reason why I'm saying this, right, because before me and my fiance like got together, right, apparently I was just flirting with every female, with my colleague, right? Wow. Even the customers. Apparently, I was just mad flirt. I think that's just me, apparently, right?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, give me an example, and then she gave me an example, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm actually just. But I'm not saying this as a big head or anything.
No.
Because like the American friend that we've been playing with kind of said the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know if it's just me.
But is it because I've got a friend like this. Is it because it comes across as you trying to impress them rather than you flirting them, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. but
in your head, it's
in my head
impressive.
it's like, yeah, it's impressive, but for the people, it's just like you're just a
That's
flirty
flirting.
bastard.
Yeah. No,
And
I've got
like,
a friend exactly like that where it doesn't matter, like every girl that he'll come in contact with,
see,
he'll like it try to impress them, but not in a, like not necessarily means he wants to like sleep with them.
like in a sexual way, right?
Yeah, but he
Exactly.
does want to impress them, and so
Yeah.
that comes across as flirty, like 'cause it's like trying to do like the peacock feathers like sort of thing. Like look at me. So I think it's like
and,
that.
and the funny thing is like it wasn't just like in the same workplace, right? It was
Yeah.
also like when I was working for Amazon, right?
Right.
Because me and my fiance were used to work for Amazon,
Yeah.
and there was this other I'm pretty sure I told you this story before,
Yeah,
but there was
yeah.
this other female. She was just like constantly talking to me, and I'm like, all right, I wasn't even flirting.
Yeah,
But
you think you're
apparently,
not.
it just gave off the aura that I was just flirting, but
Yep.
I was just trying to be nice. Like, I'm trying to get to know this place because
Yeah.
I haven't been here in so long. And apparently, according to my fiance, it came across as me flirting.
I'm honestly like,
But,
I'm exactly the same.
but it's just like I'm just like I don't know. I don't know if I just give off that aura, the energy, but like apparently she liked me.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that.
But I kind of think it comes down to being a guy though, because like in like the most general term of it, like when I was like going out and I was single, apparently
See.
I flirted with most of the girls, but like not like all the girls, but I flirted with
Yeah.
a select few that apparently everyone else saw it was like me flirting with them, and to me I was just being friendly. Like
Yeah.
I mean, even with my girlfriend now, apparently me and her used to always flirt because I've known her for 10 years, obviously, so friendship and shit. But I don't see that.
See, I saw a slide of it.
Yeah.
I saw a slide of it with you and your girlfriend.
Yeah.
But it was just.
But I
thought it was just
never.
like, oh,
That
you
wasn't
guys
in my
just knew each
head.
other for like 10+ years.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's what I said.
So-
But apparently it was blatant to some people. And like when we actually announced that we were like going out,
Yeah.
like every single person was like, "Oh wow, about time." And I'm like, "What?" Like they all just apparently knew. Like everyone just apparently knew that. Like I think your fiance was
Yeah.
like, "Oh wow, yeah, I could finally." Like, and I was
Yeah,
like,
dude. The way my fiance, she just foreshadowed everything.
by the way, she only
No
saw
trouble.
us together, me and Shads, like once.
Yeah, this was Comic Con.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was like, I can see that happening. and she and like a couple of like months later,
Yeah.
she when you told me,
I think it was about
she was
6
like,
or 7 months actually.
I fucking told you.
Yeah.
Fucking told you. I was right. I was right the whole time.
Because like I remember
She
you
goes,
you were saying to her like nah, that's not gonna happen. They're just friends, like
Yes.
But
I was like,
but she was so close to it not being true, because it was such a weird circumstances that led to us actually dating though.
yeah.
Like so it was like she's lucky she's right. Like, that's what it is. Nah. I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things where like it just all kind of fell into place.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Right time, right moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Yeah.
it was good. So I just got a note from my fiance saying I flirted with men and women. Apparently,
There you go.
fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
That was only when I had a few drinks and I was at the bar.
Oh, Jack, I took you home, dude.
Is that why Stefan ended up passed out? I got feedback from that story, by the way. Yeah, I heard like some people enjoyed that story about Stefan being knocked out.
Oh shit! Dense, heavy, fucking 100-pound kg.
Adamantium like fucking skeleton.
Exactly.
You couldn't even deadlift
Jesus
him.
Christ.
No way.
No shot, dude. No shot. Yeah. So.
No, apart from that, I mean, like our week,
Mm.
my week, your week, like we've both been streaming and shit.
Streaming,
Still doing it.
Pretty much streaming every day.
Yeah. And I like. Do you ever get like? This is something else I wanted to talk about, by the way.
No, yeah.
When someone asks you like, "Oh, what do you do?" and that sort of stuff, right? Rather than like, because I hate talking about my job. I just say like I work here and whatever. But when you're asked at work, they know what you do already, right? So they're asking what you do outside of work. I don't want to say, "Oh yeah, like I stream and I do podcasts and all that stuff." I don't know why. I just don't think I've earned that title. I don't know if you feel the same way.
I kind of do, in a sense that because I kind of told my parents that I wanted to do this on the side hustle. That's what I want to do, a full-time job, and it is working. Right, we're both getting close to like being affiliate basically.
Yeah, which is like
But
actually where you start getting ads on your stuff.
yeah, which but the one thing they can't like they can't understand, they can't like fathom is like it's like what do you do? And when I
Yeah.
tell them, I just play games and talk to people and be more interactive with other people, and they basically either choose to either donate or
Yeah.
sub to me for that month, right? They're like, well, so you're just playing games.
Well, it's like the best way to describe it is entertainment. You're basically like
Yeah,
comedian. Like it is. Like it's honestly you're providing people with entertainment.
yeah.
You know, like, and it's more of a like. I mean, if I ever could sit them down or sit my parents down and explain it,
Yeah,
like it would be like you watching a game show or a TV program, but you actually get to talk to the actors.
yeah,
That's pretty much what it is. Like when we're playing games and stuff, and someone can literally type in chat and say like, "Oh, so how are you feeling today?" And you can just interact
exactly.
with them and go, "Hey, like I feel pretty shit," or "I feel pretty good." Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's what I like about it. I think.
But it's like I guess trying to explain it with like older generations,
Exactly.
people
Yeah.
who can't understand like the concept of it. Like with you, like you
Yeah.
saying that not being worthy enough. I don't think it's so much about that. I think it's so much like
Well,
it's
just
not
like
really
I don't know,
going
like
anywhere at the moment.
yeah, but I'm still
Like
doing it. So like for
yeah,
instance, like I started thinking about this at work, and I was just like, I think because people jump to, oh wow, so how much do you make? I think
yeah,
that's
exactly.
why.
That's the immediate thing.
And I
that
hate
my
that
parents,
because I don't want to make money. Like, well, obviously do, but I don't care about making it. It's not my end goal. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
yeah,
getting to affiliate, the only reason I'm so stressed about getting to affiliate is because it's dependent on one fucking stat that
yeah,
has to be locked in. Like, that's the only thing like. Once that's
exactly.
gone, I don't care. Like,
Yeah,
I like making money on Twitch is not not a necessity for me. But when I'm
'cause,
like when I'm at work and a coworker's saying like, "Oh, so what do you do?" I'm like, "Why shouldn't I say to them like, oh, I got a pretty successful podcast. Like
yeah,
I don't make money off it, but it's pretty successful. People watch it.
yeah,
I stream every day, like on Twitch and stuff. Interact with people. Like, why shouldn't I
mm,
say that? But instead, what I say is like, oh, I just play games. Like,
yeah.
and it makes you sound like
It's,
a loser. Like, do you know what I mean?
it does, but it's like I think it all boils down to like that sort of like because the immediate because when you say that type of like thing to like someone who doesn't know anything about it,
Yeah.
it's the immediate thing is like boom, does it make money,
Yeah.
right? And because it doesn't make money, you immediately just go, oh, basically, you start to like almost like panic inside, like
Yeah,
I
but
don't,
you
if I
start to
say
feel
this,
like guilty. Like that's
yeah,
what I was
exactly.
saying. Is that I kind of feel like I shouldn't say, oh, I'm a streamer and I'm a podcaster
I'm a male
because
entertainer.
yeah, like you know what I mean. If you're like, oh, I'm a streamer, podcaster, YouTuber, which
Yeah,
is kind of like our definition. Just because we don't make money off of it doesn't mean that's not
see,
what we
see.
don't do. Like we
Yeah,
still
yeah,
do
yeah,
it. And
yeah,
and
exactly.
as we said before, like making videos, podcasts, making and then streaming like and all that shit, it's not fucking easy.
It's not fucking hard, right?
Yes, anyone can do it, but does everyone have the commitment to do it? That's another question.
Exactly.
So I
That's
don't know.
the
Like I had a bit of an identity crisis at work, and I think that's what it was. It's just sort of like, are you okay explaining that to other people? That like, oh, you don't make money from it,
see,
but that's still what you do.
see.
You know?
Well, the funny thing is like, what is it? I think there was a big streamer talking about this because one of his fans basically, like, the parents didn't understand why his kid was. It was basically Tim the Tatman, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And he was like, so one of his like his subs is basically like this 15-year-old kid. So they went to the convention and he went there and there was like this one parent said, "Look, so what do you actually do? Why does my son follow you so much?" And like the way he said it, he was like, "Oh, I'm a male entertainer,"
yeah,
but it came across as a sexual thing.
yeah.
So he
Well, maybe you
the
should
guy
have
was
put male in front of it. If you just put like I'm an entertainer, it probably
the
would
way
have been better.
so he got a funny look, right,
Yeah,
from the parents. But then he was like, "Well, can you elaborate? What do you do?" So he basically just said, "I just play video games on Twitch and stream and get
yeah.
money like that."
But that's the
And
thing.
they were
Is
like,
like
"Huh."
like most of the time when that is explained, right?
Yeah.
When you say to someone, "Oh, I just play video games," why is there always the word "just"? That's what annoys me. I think the most about older generation, because like, when you say to them like, "Oh, you do this, and this," and they go, "Oh, so that's you just do that." It's
Yeah.
like, okay, but like, how about I stick you in front of a camera and in front of League of Legends, let's say, and play that fucking game while talking to chat. while playing the game and actually winning the game, and concentrating and knowing all those moves at the same time, like and being entertaining. By the way, you've also got to interact with chat at the same time, answer any questions that they have, and be entertaining and not on all the time. It's not. It's not like you could just sit there and play a game. Like, you know, most of the time when we play games at home, off camera, I'm there silent, unless something pisses me off. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm just sitting there, like going, just staring at the screen. That's it.
So you're almost basically being forced to like, perform and also interact. And it's like,
I'm not complaining about it. Like, I enjoy doing that, but that's I think explaining it to other people is what I get annoyed at.
Yeah, I think it's just like it's because the way they see earning money is you going out there and working. I think that's why.
Physical.
So like when they see, so when they see you just sitting there, they can't like comprehend the fucking thing. Yeah. So they just like.
So that's what tilts me. Is like, because if I was to say to someone, "Oh, I'm a streamer, like a podcaster, YouTuber, right?" And they'll go, "Okay, so do you do that for a living?" And I'm like, "No, I've got a day job, but I do this on the side." Like, you ask me what I do, you know, outside of work. That's what I do outside of work.
Yeah.
So I think like from now on, I am gonna just like include that. I think the word is like embarrassed to say it, and I think like anyone who's asked me like, "Oh, so what do you actually do outside of work?" I usually just tell them nothing. I'm like, "Oh, I just do other things." Like, you know, every once in a while, I'm usually embarrassed to tell them because I know the next questions follow up after those questions are, "What's your numbers? How much you earn? Like, how many people follow you? How many people watch you? How many views do you get?" It's always those answers. It's like, why are you asking for statistics? Like, I don't like when I say to you like, "Oh, what do you do?" "Oh, I build puzzles." "Oh, so how many have you done? What's your biggest size you ever done? How many fucking puzzles and like pieces do you do?" Like,
do you go conventions?
Yeah. Are you competitive? How much you earn? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, why is it such a competition, man? If it's my hobby, that's what I like doing, and why does it matter?
I think that's the issue with the world is like everything has to be, for some reason, everything has to be paid for and everything has to have a purpose. So instead of you just enjoying your craft or the whole thing that you just enjoy, but instead everything has to be statistics, money, numbers.
Yeah, like if I say to someone, "Oh, I really enjoy cooking," which I do, like, and they're like, "Oh, so why don't you become a chef?" Because I don't want to earn money from it. I enjoy doing it. It doesn't mean it's want to.
Hobby.
Yeah, like
hobby.
It really like I don't know why. Like it always comes down to that question when your hobby. Like, do you know what? You got asked the same thing. I'm fucking damn sure, right? "Oh, you play games. Why don't you become a video game designer? Like, why don't you play video games for a living? Why don't you try and design them?" I don't want to do that. I enjoy playing video games. That's it.
For me, it's the best one, man. For me, because I'm an artist, right? They're like, "Oh, can you design my tattoo?" And you pay for my time.
Yeah. Like that. It's just like the suggestions you get from other people. It's like you haven't thought about this for 27 years of your life. Like one man comes along, is like 5 minutes into knowing you, and goes, "Why haven't you tried this?" "Well, no, I haven't. Thank you very much."
Good day, sir.
Yeah, like, oh god. Anyway, we're about out of time. We're actually over time.
Oh shit! Fucking hell.
But we're gonna do the What If series combined episode 2 and 3 because they're quite short, and we think if we just like combine them together, we get 30 minutes out of it, and it's episode 2 and 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Rather than like doing a weekly thing because it's a long thing.
So it's like we did like last week's episode. It got like what, like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And
so
I think it's
I don't know if
short
it's worth
for podcast.
Yeah. So
exactly.
It's more like a let's look at, I guess, or our thoughts on, or something like that. Maybe we could do it like that in the future. But let us know if you enjoyed this one. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yeah.
Ring the notification bell.
Shout it from the rooftops. But
new podcast.
But we'll be back again next week, Sunday.
Yep.
For another episode. And getting closer to our 50.
50.
And see you guys next time.
50 subs, right?
Yeah, well, I have 50 subs. True. We're on 42, I think.
God damn. This
so
is so close.
Peace out, guys. Peace.
Peace.